Hello, everyone. And those on the replay, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining in on the web. I can't see you, but thanks for joining. Hey, babe, thanks for joining. Thanks for the hearts. I am Lakeisha Riddick, online blogger. Thank you for inviting followers, babe. And online talk radio shows. Hey, Flossie, how are you doing? You shared some good wisdom with me last night. A lot of things to make me reflect on today, actually. So thanks for joining back in. How was your day? Catherine, right? I think that's your name, Catherine, Miss Flossie. So, yeah, it's from Canada. With Toronto? We're in Canada. Thank you so much for the hearts. Hey, Love Triber, One Purpose Mind. Oh, it's going in and out. Anybody else having difficulty with the transmission? Hey, Chris Selvey, Cambridge, near Toronto. Okay. I went to school in Rochester, New York, and I visited Toronto. Actually, the Caribbean Festival, Carabana. Lovely city. Thanks so much for everybody joining. Yes. And thanks for the hearts. Hey, Simply Curvy. Periscope has been erratic lately. Okay, anybody else? No beef with you. Anybody else have any issues with the transmission? Because it's fine for me right now. But thank you for joining. Carabana, yes. That was nice. When I was in school, I actually went and attended. So, I freeze. Maybe it's on your end. Sorry, Flossie. I'm not getting it on my end. Hey, Raison Dally. Thanks for joining. Carlton, are you getting freezing on your end? Anyway, you can follow me on all social media. Okay, very good. That's what that meant. Sorry. Like VG, what does that mean? Share My World Show, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my blog, sharemyworldshow.com, and my YouTube channel, Share My World Show, where you can check out my videos that have expired from Periscope. I've uploaded them there. I scope and do blogs about my faith weight loss journey where, hey, Love Triber, thank you for joining. No beef with you. So I blog about my faith weight loss journey because it's not just about the pounds. For me, this transformation is about me dealing with the root issues of what caused me to gain the weight in the first place. And for me, it's been fear, rejection, lack of faith, anxiety, low self-esteem, those types of things. Thank you so much for the hearts. So tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about, hey, thanks for inviting followers. Yes, you can swipe right on Apple products, devices to invite followers. You can swipe up on Android to invite followers. So thank you. Genetics are huge. Yes, they are. Genetics are huge, Flossie. They do play a big part in this process. So it is wise. And that's why, I was thankful. Hey, Marchie Party, thanks for joining. And Raison Dally, thanks for joining back in. That's why I was grateful that God allowed me to begin tracking my my food and intake this month, the month of August, actually. Hey, how are you? Where are you scoping from? Marche Party. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. If you could tell me your first name, I appreciate it. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining. So I was able to see my sodium content and cholesterol as well because I have heart disease that runs in my family and diabetes. So, but tonight, I'm just going to talk a little bit and share with you where I'm at because I've been feeling a little bit off. Couldn't really put my finger on it. I thought, for the guys, you can close your ears there. Thought it was just my cycle. Thought it was just me being a little emotional with that. But it's a little more. And yes, maybe you can help so you can listen. Marche. Oh, okay, Mississippi. Okay, I have family in Mississippi. 13 miles south of Jackson in Florence. Yes. Look at that. Okay, great. Well, welcome to the scope. I appreciate you joining. Hey, Marco VW10. So, like I said, I've been feeling off, right? Day 133 of this journey and feeling a little bit off. I worked out Saturday. Sunday is my rest day. Did not work out yesterday, did not work out today. Now, that's not good, right? Why off? Well, I figured it out in the sense that when I was doing my blog today, you know where Florence is? You're north of Jackson and Madison. Okay, I actually have a cousin that lives out in Madison. I just found out about that when I went to visit family in March. So look at that, small world. You see how Periscope brings us all together? I'm in Atlanta area now. But thanks so much, Marche, for joining. So Flossie and everybody else that's listening, I've been experiencing this feeling of being off. Have I tried to lose weight via green juicing? Just curious, it's working for you. No, I have not. And you'll see what I'm talking about, No Beef With You. And I've shared before. Right now, my journey has been more dealing with the internal issues. Yes, I'm tracking foods. Yes, I'm working out. But God is giving me different directions about what I need to do. And I haven't gotten that direction yet to juice or to be drastic and taking, things out of my diet like no bread, no sugar, no things like that. That's not to say that God won't tell me to do that. But at this point, it's been movement, which is working out, and tracking my food and drinking water. So that's been my thing. So Flossie, I'll get into it in terms of the motivation. It's been off, but I'm like, why? At day 133, I'm kind of, doing this thing, right? But when I thought about it, I said, you know what? It's because I'm starting to take this transformation process and treat it, treat it like a change process, okay? And this is where I'm going with this. Thank you so much for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Okay. In my life, when it comes to doing things, thank you for inviting followers, No Beef With You. I would treat things as a task, okay? And I'm also going to go into this a little more. My husband, he'll be able to chime in. Hey, Jennifer Bina, thanks for joining. Lakeisha Riddick here, online talk radio show host and blogger, Share My World Show. And I'm talking about my faith weight loss journey. So thanks for joining. I really appreciate you joining in. So when it came to doing things, my husband would always say, Lakeisha, why are you putting so much importance on tasks, right, for other people than doing stuff for yourself? Because I would not, do the self-care. They talk about that topic, right? Self-care, take care of myself, do things for me with the same type of importance, right? And I would say, what are you talking about? No, I take care of myself, but obviously I wasn't if I got up to 280 pounds, 5 feet 4 inches, basically carrying another person on this frame. I was not taking care of myself. So fast forward to day 133. When I woke up this morning, I tell you guys, I get up, before I even get out of the bed, I do affirmations, I watch a video now, and that's to get my mind, clear and that self-care. But guess what? Hey, babe, thanks for joining back in. I was just talking about how you would encourage me to take care of myself because I was putting so much importance on other people and other tasks. Well, today, after I got up, I was having trouble focusing, right? Yes, he agrees. I was having trouble focusing on the self-care aspect of things that I'm doing, and then I saw this pattern. Okay, for the past few days, I have not been really focusing on me. I've been focusing on tasks. Okay, and let me give you some examples. Okay, I have a blog, right, that I syndicate and I promote on different sites. I Periscope, right, I promote that as well. I homeschool my children, so I, deal with those types of things or whatever. And then today I started a blogging challenge, which is to gain some more exposure and engagement from my blog, right? My mind was focused so much. I'm telling you, before I even got out of bed, even though I did the video, thanks for the hearts, even though I did my scripture affirmations and declarations, I was so focused on doing these tasks, check, right? That let me tell you, I didn't eat breakfast. I scarfed down some lunch. I was, trying to fight to get some water in or whatever. Yes, I'm already overextended, but let me tell you why I was overextended. Because I didn't start with me. I need to put me first so we can follow you. Yes, indeed, Flossie, because that's the problem. I mean, I didn't even realize it, but like I tell you, like on Sunday, the same thing. I woke up, I would forget to eat. Now, this is something that people may look at, like overweight people, and say, please, you're not forgetting to eat. Look at you, you're overweight. No. That's one thing I found, that they talked about unhealthy habits, skipping meals. And it wasn't because I'm trying to starve myself. That's, far from the case there. I literally forgot to eat because I was grinding so hard. I had to do this. I had to promote my Periscope. I had to promote my blog. I had to write my blog, promote my blog, do this blogging challenge. I did all of these things and I forgot me. Yes, busy work. What did they say? Being under Satan's yoke. I was not taking care of me. And so my mindset had become, listen to this though, instead of me focusing on me, getting my mind right, hearing from God about what I need to do for myself, guidance, instructions for the day or whatever, I was so busy trying to write everything that I was doing it backwards. What am I writing about? Today, I did write some good content, so you can go check it out on my blog. And it was, in fact, about this process in terms of, hey, Marche, thanks for joining back in, about, do I want a permanent transformation or do I want a temporary change? Temporary change for me represents what I'm talking about, where I get so excited about the doing that I become the doing. That I'm just, okay, task oriented, check, get it done. And then I forget, wait a minute. Hey, thanks so much for the hearts. What about the spiritual aspect, the mental, emotional? And with me being on my cycle, yes, men, you can close your ears, that caused my emotions to rise to the surface. And then I was not able to really manage them because, again, I was focused on check, do the blog, do the Periscope, do this, take care of the kids, get this done, do this or whatever, and not looking back at me. So I'm grateful that as I was doing the blog, God was speaking to me to say, do you want to go back to that place? Thank you for the hearts. Do you want to go back to the place where you're in a state of temporary change? You're on a roller coaster. You go, up, you go up and down, your emotions, you're like, yay, everything's great, everything's wonderful. And next thing you know, you're down, and then you lose motivation, and then you get off the ride, and then you have to get something else to get you back on. No, I don't want to do that anymore. Thanks for inviting some followers. Again, no beef with you. My thing is, I want a permanent transformation. I want God to recreate me, okay? Make me new. Make me into the person that he had originally created me to be. No fear, right? No, loving myself, totally accepting myself for who he created me to be. Totally living on purpose. And I know I can do that. I can be that way. But I have to start with me. I have to, no matter what checklist I have, no matter what tasks I have to remember to be in tune with me, be in tune with my body, okay? Be in tune with my mind, be in tune with my spirit. So that's just a couple of things that I had wanted to share with you today. And also just to encourage you, because again, on this journey, I told you would think that by day 133, yeah, I got my mind right. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm moving, grooving, shaking and baking. Well, yeah, but no, because you see how quickly I was able to revert back to that temporary change thing. And when I think about permanent transformation, maybe you don't feel worthy, but we all know of your worthiness. Well, you know something? That's something else that I had to deal with, because last year I shared on here that I felt like I didn't matter. Rejection is something that really can take you out. Literally. For me, I told you, didn't feel like I mattered, wanted to put myself in a hospital or something, run away. It was very bad with rejection. And so, again, my husband was correct. When you feel rejected or you don't feel worthy, you place a higher value on things outside of yourself. That should never happen. That should never be the case. And that's what was happening today and recently. That's what was off with me. Yes, we just have to convince you of your greatness. Yes, I have to convince myself, Flossie, back to when I first started. Day one, I have to remind myself that, yes, I am worthy. You know what I'm saying? I am his masterpiece. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am the apple of his eye. All those things that I'm affirming really just totally reprogram my mind and believe it, because this is who I am. This is who he created me to be, and I am moving forward in his purpose, to what he wants me to do, which is not just for me to release the weights, but it's to help you guys that are following me. Whatever it is, whatever your weights are, whatever issues that you're dealing with, for you to see, you know what? God can do it for you. And when I look at that permanent transformation that I want, because I want to be free, right? I told you guys the butterfly, that's my little, mascot, I would say. A butterfly transforms from stage to stage, right? A butterfly never worries about reverting back to being an egg. Thank you, Real to New York Watts. Are you from New York? Thanks for joining. Lakeisha from Atlanta area, blogger, online talk radio show host. Thanks for the hearts. Real Tony Watts. Thank you for clearing that up. Welcome to the scope. I appreciate you for joining. And you're from Atlanta too? All right, okay. Atlanta's in the house. Thank you for joining. So when I think about the transformation of a butterfly, like I said, a butterfly doesn't worry about going back to becoming a caterpillar. Your man selected you out of the 4 billion women on the planet. Smart man. Yes, he's a smart man, and I'm a blessed woman because I selected him too. I had a choice in the process, right? I thank God for connecting us together. Maybe we'll talk. Well, you know what? We'll talk about that another time. How we met, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, see, but there you go. That's true. That's right. I'm special. He's special. I'm worthy. But see, here's the thing. Somebody else talked about this earlier on a different scope. And I've said this as well. My husband can tell me all day, every day, I love you, you're beautiful. Oh, and he does. You're this, you're that. But if I don't believe it, it's going in one ear and out the other. And for years, he did do that. And it did go in one ear out of the other until I actually started believing it myself. But what I was saying about the butterfly is that, again, the butterfly does not worry. Hey, Real Tony, thanks for joining back in. The butterfly does not worry about reverting to be in the chrysalis, reverting to be a caterpillar, or reverting to be an egg. The butterfly knows, I am changed. I am transformed. I am done. That stage is over. I'm moving on to the next. This is what I want my life to be like. I want my life to be like, you know what, Lord, help me to get from this stage to this stage. Help me to learn my lesson. Help me to know my purpose. Because we know, right? The egg changes into the caterpillar. But that caterpillar has to eat on that leaf with okay, back it up. That caterpillar had to have been deposited by its mother, right, the egg, onto a specific type of leaf, because that leaf was going to be their food that they're going to eat until they shed their skin and then transform into the what? To the chrysalis, right? And then in chrysalis, they have to stay there. The whole process, the body changes, every body part becomes new, and then they branch out. They have to fight their way out of the cocoon, and then what happens? They become the butterfly. That's my thing. I'm like, Lord, help me every stage of this game, and I have to appreciate that. Flossie, you said something last night that really has rung true with me. That instead of looking at this journey as something like, oh, I have to do this, and this is, like a begrudging kind of process, look at it as I get to do it. Look at it as I'm honored, as, God has chosen me, right, to go through this process, and that there's purpose. Hey, Sip Tea with Raina, thanks for joining. I get to go through this process where he's transforming me, and he's using me as his ambassador to help others. I get to, not I have to. So I thank you for that wisdom, Flossie, that you had shared, last night. Hey, how you doing? So I just again want to encourage you that in order for you, have you heard, the only thing constant about life is change. Yes, indeed it is. And the more we understand that, Flossie, the better we'll be. Because that's the definition of growth. It's change. Because if you're not growing, you're dying, right? So take that away, okay? You want temporary change? Don't deal with the inside-out issues. Deal with the surface issues, and you're going to keep going back and forth like a yo-yo. You want permanent change? Permanent transformation? Put yourself on the throne daily in terms before God and be in tune. Hey, Alessan9376, thanks for joining. And make sure that you're in tune with yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, so that all of those areas can be surrendered before God so that you can have the change that you want. And don't get so focused on the doing. I know it's easy to do it. Hey, it's so easy. It's so great to just want to check things off or whatever. But if we miss it, we're not going to grow. We're not going to keep going to the next stage. So again, ask God to help you in this area, because he said, hey, Ando 1972, he's helping me in this area, and I'll just continue to share my journey with you guys. Again, you can follow me on all social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my YouTube channel under Share My World Show, and connect. And, I just appreciate you guys for following me. And I hope, again, that you guys are getting something for yourselves. Again, even if you're not on a weight loss journey, but you're on life's journey and you're dealing with adversity, you're dealing with different things, thanks for the hearts. Know that God is faithful and God will help you, because he's the one that's in control of everything anyway. Thanks, Creative Results. Everybody's joining. Everybody's on a little late tonight, huh? So please go back and check out the replay, and you can give hearts and share with your followers, because I'm about to end. But I thank you for connecting. And I do appreciate, I really do. I do appreciate you guys for connecting, especially my repeat followers. And you're following my journey. You had a cousin in a wheelchair who was so happy he would give anything to run. I understand. I'm telling you, it's all about perspective. And that's something else that was given to me today in terms of, my life and then this journey, is that if my perspective is so much focused on what I'm doing, yes, being grateful, then I don't get the opportunity to be grateful for what is happening right now, right? Yes. So let me be grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for you guys connecting, because you didn't have to join in. I'm grateful that God directed you to click on watch live and you watched. I'm grateful that you're following my journey and that you're inspired and you're encouraged. So thank you so much for sharing my world. Now go and share your world with others. Be blessed.